Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Disco Kitty, the crappy crafter. Today we're going to be working in resin. Like I said before, it's almost time for Halloween, so I've got a little pumpkin here. We're gonna do a little pumpkin. It's gonna be super simple, really easy. We've technically done it before, but I really like this pumpkin, so we're gonna do it again. So let's just get right into it. Okay, well, getting into it. It's a 3-part mold, 2 parts make the body, and there's a lot of cat hair and stuff in there, so I'll have to clean that out later. And the lid has, just the lid, but we're going to do the lid in 2 parts because it has a little stem, and I should have gone with a little green stem instead of a little reddish brown stem because the brown is very nearly the same color as the orange that I'm going to use, which is ironic. Ironic? Coincidental? I don't know. But I should have chosen a different color for the stem. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the stem in UV resin, and then we're going to cure that in a 2-light machine. It has light coming from both the top and the bottom. I highly recommend it. But we're going to cure this for 10 minutes because I want to make absolutely sure that it's going to be cured all the way through. So that's going to go into this light. It's a super handy light. I love this light. I highly recommend it. I don't know if they still have this model, but I'm pretty sure they still have dual lights. Now, the rest of this is going to be done in a 2-part epoxy resin from Let's Resin because it's the one that I like. I got me some brandy new bottles, which is good because the other one, there was something wrong with the other one. The last of my last bottle actually solidified by itself. I'm not entirely sure how it did that. I must have at some point put them in the, no, because then they would both have solidified resin. I don't know. Remember all those years ago when I got that big gallon of resin? It might have even been 2 gallons. And I accidentally put a whole bunch of the hardener into the resin bottle, and I had to wait for like a month for it to solidify so I could take it out. Yeah, that was fun. So here I'm going to score the top of this just a little bit so it has something, so the 2-part epoxy resin has something to stick to and hold on to, because the UV resin cured very, very smooth. Here we're going to get rid of all of the little bubbles. Yes, lots of little tiny bubbles. Actually, they're quite significant bubbles, and I'm happy that I get rid of them because there's a lot of them in there. And I should warn you, this is after the convention that I was talking about earlier. And I think I caught myself some con crud. You might be able to hear my partner coughing in the background as well, even through the door. But yeah, I'm a little phlegmy because of the con. I was not bearer of con plague. I just happened to pick it up. I mean, when you get 500 people in one hotel and they're all interacting with each other, somebody's gonna bring sick, and then everybody's gonna be sick. But yeah, so I did not fill this up as much as I should have, and part of that is because I'm going to fill it up some more, but I'm still not going to fill it up as much as I should. I made just the right amount of resin, and I feel like I should have poured everything that was left in there. Oh well, right? We live, we learn, we move on, we do it again next year, right? Maybe next year I will make one of these pumpkins actually properly. I keep making them and they keep coming out wrong, but they're so cute, so it doesn't matter, you know? Nobody outside. I'm gonna put these in my windows. I'm gonna make a couple more, maybe if I'm feeling it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And this, I didn't know how to hold it down. I don't remember what I did the last time I did this, but I feel it was kind of similar. I went and I got a weight, and I'm gonna hold it down with the weight. I'm actually going to put a little blue tack on top of the popsicle sticks because the popsicle sticks aren't moving too bad on top of the silicone, but yeah, I dropped it right inside. How well did that work? But yeah, that was sliding around on top, and I didn't want to lose it while I was carrying it 2 stories down to my pressure pot. But we'll see what happens. It's getting real close. We're getting there. And off to the pressure pot it goes. 20 hours later-ish. I know, I should wait longer, but I don't. We're gonna pop them out, and we're gonna pop them out of the molds, and we're gonna see how bad they came out. The lid actually came out really, really well. There's a couple teeny tiny bubbles, which meant that there were still a couple significantly sized bubbles when it went in, but, you know, it worked pretty well. This here, though, between the slight shrinkage, because resin will shrink just a little bit, and the fact that I just didn't put enough in, meant that that's just not nice and flat on top. But like I said, nobody outside is going to see it because they'll be inside in my window, and, you know, I think it worked pretty well. It worked pretty good. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, look at it. That one spot is where it's supposed to be, and the rest of it is just a little bit too short. Oh well. So let me turn off all the lights, and then we'll see how it looks with a tea light in it. Yeah, you can see that really good. That's really good. I like that a lot. This is going to look super cute in the window. What do you think? What would you have done differently? How would you have colored it? How would you have done it? Let me know. Let's have a conversation. Well, I think that came out super cute. Here it is. Let me turn the candle back on, if I can get it out. It's not very bright, so I might have to turn off some lights. And here it is. Oh yeah, you can see that. So there were a couple of problems. Mainly I didn't fill the mold well enough. I was looking at one spot, and when that spot filled up, I did not notice that none of the rest of the spots, you know, that this whole edge is just, what, like 1/8 of an inch too short? That's a lot of resin that I didn't put in there. But there really wasn't that much left in the cup, so I must have mismeasured as well. But check this out. There's practically no little bubbles at all. I did a really good job, you know, getting all those bubbles out. Yay. But, you know, this is where it's supposed to be. And you can see that it's just a little bit taller than the rest of it. Oh well. It's still cute. It's still gonna go in the window for Halloween, and with the one that I made last year and the one I made the year before that, if I can find it. I found last year's. I haven't found the year before that. The year before that we made one of these with the face, and last year we made one that didn't have a face, but I did the same thing. I didn't measure out enough. Nah. Well, what do you think? What would you have done differently? Let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation. And with all that being said and done, I think this worked really, really well. Thank you so much for visiting, and I'll see you next week. Stay safe.